Hello, this is Wolfter97 here, and you are probably wondering what's been going on with the channel these past few weeks. At least in regards to the videos that I've been uploading, and how there's a lack of long-form content, which I've mainly been focusing on for, you know, as of like recently and stuff. I tried to make like an effort to post more long-form content, more higher effort stuff, and yeah, there really hasn't been that much as of late. There's been some shorts, there's been some smaller, long, I know like the Silly Billy Castle Crashers video came out like, I think 3 weeks ago or something. But yeah, outside of that, it hasn't really been anything much of note. And because of that, the reason for that is, well, first, before I give the reason, I just want to say I am very sorry about that. For those who have been looking forward to that kind of stuff that I've been posted, especially stuff that is in regards to like retro gaming content, I have been working on stuff like that recently, as you've probably noticed. A lot of the long form stuff I've done is on retro stuff, and the reason, one of the main reasons at least, is that I've been wanting to like take things a bit slower as of late, because while I've managed to mostly get out a video a week, I haven't really been too proud of everything. It doesn't feel like fulfilling. I feel like I have a deadline, and while it is good to have a deadline for stuff, it kind of doesn't feel good when I have to like rush myself to make a video to like fulfill that deadline. And it's good. It's like a double-edged sword, you know. It's good to be able to have a deadline so that way you could like force yourself into being productive. But also when you do have that, there can be some half-assery involved. And I've noticed over these past few videos, over the course of a few months, that a lot of them I feel like I could have better utilized the topic or the subject matter or just other things. There were some half-baked things there's some lower effort things in some of those videos, like maybe there's some like editing errors, maybe there's like, you know, I could have edited a bit more, it's under edited sometimes, and that is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to avoid that by slowing down the content. I would like to go back to doing one video a week, but what I'm currently trying to do right now is I'm currently trying to build up a, like, let's see, what's the word? Like a repertoire? I don't know if that's the correct word, but I'm trying to build up, like, a lineup of videos that could come out, like, weekly, and just have them, like, pre-made. Like, my goal right now is to make, like, 10 videos, and have those 10 videos, you know, just play out over the course of, like, 2.5 months or something, and then during those 2.5 months I could work on more videos, so that way I don't have to feel like I'm being overburdened by like a time limit. And like I did say before, having a deadline is a good thing to have, but also I feel like you know, that deadline can lead to some lower quality content, so I'm trying to avoid doing that right now. And also, like, working on these videos, you know, this is something that I've come to realize over these past few months, is it does take quite a bit of effort. I'm honestly surprised how much it does. Like, you know, a lot of the videos that I've made, it doesn't really look like there's a lot of effort. And that's honestly, like, in part that I try to do slightly lower effort content, like something that I've kind of grown tired of over like my years of watching YouTube and doing YouTube is like the higher, like the absurdly like higher effort content that looks way overproduced and you know, kind of feels soulless. And that's something that I've been trying to like lean towards, like, as of late. Because I feel like, you know, something that's a bit more lower effort, like, while it may not be as fancy or as cool as, like, those videos you see on your homepage most of the time, I feel like the heart that matters most is like what is spoken, and that's where like my scripts and stuff come in. And I've been trying to put a lot of effort into like writing and stuff. Writing is something that I really enjoy. I've enjoyed doing it for probably since like middle and high school. It's something that I've noticed that I've had a knack for, and it's great that I'm able to do more content nowadays that like benefits from like that and uses that skill of writing. And I may not be the best writer, but I do try to write from the heart. I try to write as realistically to like how I would speak as possible. I try to put myself into my writing as much as I can because I want it to be personable. I want it to be, sincere. I want it to, I want this content to be something that you can't get from anywhere else. And I know I do cover like topics and stuff that you can find anywhere else, but YouTube was founded on a tagline, broadcast yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to broadcast myself, like talking about things that interest me, ideas, opinions, etc., all kinds of things like that from like my point of view, what I see and like what I have to say. And so far I've been doing that like mostly quite well. I've been trying to have the videos focus more on what I'm saying. That's why I've had not many. A lot of the videos I've created have not really had like backing tracks or anything. There have been some videos where I do add that, but for the most part, I've been trying to like move away from that because I don't know, like backing tracks, they can be useful, but also I feel like it could kind of be a bit corny and stuff. It seems very like easy to just go like down the path of adding like a lo-fi hip-hop beat or whatever to the background of your video audio, but I don't know, it feels way too, I don't know, maybe my idea of like creating stuff, it's trying to like lean away from like what everyone else is trying to do and trying to go my own way, which is a good thing, but also I do understand that like trends can be useful and helpful actually, and it's not always bad to like try to play into that stuff. And I mean, I've done that before. I've played into a few trends. I mean, like especially with the YouTube shorts and all that. But yeah, I've definitely have went off topic and pretty much just talked about like gave like a sort of kind of just like TED talk about my video philosophy, I guess. I didn't really get all of it out, but that's what I wanted to let everyone know about why video output has kind of slowed down. And I know it hasn't been slow for like an extended period of time. It's only been like maybe hold on, I'm gonna take out my phone just to see when. So Silly Billy came out August 20th, so damn. Oh, I know, it came out the 23rd, I believe. Yeah, the 23rd. So it's been like about 2 weeks. And yeah, it hasn't been a lot. And there have been other cases like over the last few months where like there's been like a week or something where I don't upload something long form, and doing that really does hurt me. I don't like to do that. Because, like I stated, I do want to try and be more consistent, both, to, like, give myself the kick in the pants that I need to, like, try and, like, cultivate this YouTube channel and make it better than what it's ever been. Like, I want, like, that motivation, and, I have that motivation, but also it's like some of this stuff does take time, and I don't want to try and force it to come out. Like, I know perfection is impossible, but I want to try and polish these out to be as perfect as they can be. As perfect, as sincere, and as, I guess, fruitful as they could be. I want people to try and get something out of them, whether it be, ideas of what to do or whatever, or just like, like a sense of like fulfillment, like, a sense of relating to what I have to say. So right now, that is what I'm trying to work on. I especially also want to have like a bit of a buffer because I do want to start working on more of the longer form, like long form content. I'm talking about like Rock Band Iceberg Part 2. That is something that I've actually been seriously thinking about for quite a bit right now. Thinking about like how to do it. what like the steps I need to take before I can like fully get this thing going. It's not a lot of steps, especially with like my current like video philosophy right now, but it's like projects like that, as well as other like scripted projects, like not like the videos and stuff. I would like to try and branch off into more like scripted content that is like story based. Like I've talked about wanting to do like radio dramas before. I would want to do that eventually someday, just to like diversify my portfolio, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do, but I also don't want to leave this channel like up and dry while like I'm working on that stuff. So I want to just have like that 10, at the very least 10 video buffer, so that way there's something for people to watch every week. But yeah, for those who have been wondering what's been going on over the past couple of weeks or so, that is what's been going on, and for that I do again sincerely apologize, because I know I've stated before I want to be consistent, and I've already failed. It hasn't even been a year yet and I've already failed. I guess it's not too surprising. It's really hard. It's not easy. It's really not easy. There's a lot of there's a lot of things that go into these videos: script, voice work, editing especially, recording the stuff, having the motivation, having the confidence. Sometimes that's something that I lack in, confidence, and that's what stops me from like doing video stuff on occasion, where it's just like, oh, I don't know if I could really pull this off. Like even recording this thing to talk about this with you guys, it's something that I put off until it's currently like 11:50, and it's something I wanted to do all day, but I was just like just like over and over throughout the day trying to talk myself into doing it. And sometimes that's all you need. You just need to like, talk yourself into doing it. You need to push yourself. You need to convince yourself that, you can do it. And I'm doing it right now. And I'm pretty sure the same thing could go for those videos as well that I'm currently working on. But yep, that's just a little update. Want to let you guys know. Also wanted to show off some Skate 4 video footage. This is from the early pre-alpha, I guess, which I thought that the early access was like the alpha, not pre-alpha. I didn't think we were still in pre-alpha stage, but whatever, I guess. Check it out. It's an alright game. It's fun. It is missing a bit of the soul that Skate 3 and Skate 2 and Skate 1 had, but I still enjoy it. The skating is much improved. They probably don't want me saying this, but I did have access to like the pre-alpha before. I was in early access. Don't tell them I said that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace. Happy skating, or happy gaming, or happy whatever. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.